Hello and welcome back to the Attuned Tribe. I'm Maxine, one half here, and today we're going to be doing a specific Reiki session for anxiety. So I want you just to take a second to land here. Maybe take a breath in and out, feeling into your body. Again, the primary reason we started this channel is to use somatics, which is just having to do with our body, to work through the myriad of things that come up in life. And so we just moved through an Aries new moon. Even if you're not into astrology, the energetic shifts are very real. And so just landing, feeling, acknowledging, coming out of here. Anxiety is an interesting one because most people, equate it to a mental disturbance, mental health, but anxiety is different in the way that it actually then can manifest somatically, physically. And so when you're anxious, it's not only racing thoughts, but it can be racing heartbeats, sweaty palms, feeling sick, needing to shut down. All kinds of things are part of being anxious. And whether or not you're diagnosed with anxiety or not, I think all of us in some way, shape, or form feel this energy that sometimes that we don't know what to do with it, or how to harness it, or how to just let it move through. And so that's kind of what we're going to be going over today. It is raining outside, and instead of continuing to let my anxiety push making a video for you, I decided to do something a little bit different and to sit with that on this channel. We are not just practitioners and healers. We do this because it's medicine for us too. And so I always like to bring that can't fake real back into what I'm saying to you, strangers, friends, family, is 100% something I look in the mirror and do and need for myself. So again, we just moved through Aries season. We had the new moon right at the end of it. Today is the first day of Taurus season. So we have that fire, and now needing to ground it in earth energy. And I don't know about you, but it felt very fast and very chaotic a bit. And we have lots of planets also that are going in that specific sign. So carrying that fiery, initiating. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, the baby, the one that's, just think of a child they don't know anything. They're learning everything and they need a lot. And so I felt like it required a lot of energy from us this last few weeks. And so as that energy moves through our system, like when we're already holding a lot or overwhelmed, it doesn't always feel great. It doesn't always feel like, even though there's motivation in fire horsey or forward moving energy, there's a lot that I've felt in my own clients and the collective of burnout, of that fire then blowing us out. And so if you feel right now like your mind is going faster than your body can keep up with, that there's the subtle pressure or urgency or restlessness, you're not alone. You're in the right place. And if you're overthinking more and feeling on edge, this is your invitation to be held and to maybe give that mind a little bit of a rest. And to now, with the head and the heart, work together. Again, coherence. That's what Reiki and biofield tuning and energy work does, is to help these activations move through our bodies and not fry our circuits. And then not judging at the same time. That's the other piece. I have Reiki cards here. I think you guys know I am a Kali Reiki practitioner master from the Wisdom School. So I'm just going to shuffle while I'm talking. These have different symbols that I'm attuned to. The difference between Kali Reiki and regular Reiki. Again, Reiki is universal life force energy. It's not patented. It's not owned by anybody. It's non-denominational. But Kali just more specifically deals with Divine Mother, with the feminine, which I think, you know, if you are anxious or an anxious female listening to this, men have anxiousness too, but there is something in our systems that's just looking for safety and looking for that motherly just container, and holding that if we can't do it for ourselves, it then kind of gets outsourced or placed in the hands or in the substances or in things that ultimately is not what our system needs. And so I'm so happy you're here today. The session is not about shutting you down. Again, it's not trying to disassociate or deny that these feelings, that these worries, that this bodily things that are happening too aren't real, because they are very much real. We're just creating a space for you to soften a little bit, to release some of what you've been holding, to come back into a place that feels more grounded, and again, that safety. And what I love about Reiki, what I love about also about being an anxious, girly overthinker, is that with energy work, with coming back to the breath, it doesn't require all this plotting and thinking, and like I just almost want to cry, because it is a release and permission to just be. And this is what Reiki supports. This is why I keep showing up here, Andre keeps showing up here, putting ourselves out there, because it's important and you're important, and we're here to meet you where you're at, where your body's at, and to let things just, I don't know if you can hear, but it's really starting to rain now. It's been sprinkling on and off, but just let things flow. So you don't have to do anything in this current space or time, except just to begin to receive. I'm going to do something different that I've kind of been nervous to do, which is just silently give Reiki in front of the camera instead of using a table or turning my camera off. And I kind of just wanted to pull a symbol for us just to see if it resonates or not. For the collective tuning in here, thank you again for supporting the Attuned tribe. Feel free to leave us a comment, how you felt afterwards, how you felt before, what you'd like to see more sessions geared around. We really are doing this to build community and reduce the stigma around energy work and around how deeply connected our mental, our physical, our spiritual, our emotional bodies, realms exist. And so, not surprised, I pulled, this is called the Om Trishul. And it's one of, in Reiki, there's several levels. There's first level, second level, and then you can go to master. So this is a first level symbol. And I'm going to read what the back says to you. And just kind of focus on the symbol, see if it comes through to you. Again, this is the Trishul, which is like the trident, and then the Om is wrapped around it. And Om, we believe, is like one of the first universal sounds and of oneness. So love and power, and the power of love, the gentle strength of Reiki healing, integrity and truthfulness in relationships, the dance and embrace of Shiva and Shakti, inseparable divine masculine and feminine, discernment without judgment, strength with gentleness, speaking truth with power, mental clarity expressed with confidence and compassion, self-love and respect in the face of criticism, bullying, intimidation, and victimization, the power of the love force infused with peace. So amongst all the other symbols I am attuned to, this is one that I will be focusing on during our session today. I have incense here that I'm going to light. I have my crystal. And then I just would love you to get to a place right now where you can rest to receive. Again, this will still work if you're listening to this and driving or doing something, but I think that's also kind of what anxiety does, is keeps us busy and moving, and what it's really asking for is just a little bit of a pause here. So if you can give that to yourself, please do. Go lay down. We'll probably put some music in the background that supports anxiety and release, and just be, like we said, receive. Thank you for being here. I'm going to light the incense now. I'm going to do the Kali Key opening invocation that I do with my clients. And then I'll just give a couple minutes of Reiki. Again, it's already been transmitting now with the words. And hopefully you can feel that already in your system. And right now, having your own intention for why you're here, whether it is for anxiety or something else. There's so many places you can be in so many videos. So if you are still here, if you are still listening, if you do feel a connection, please honor it, and honor, again, the love force in me honors the love force in you. So here we go. This is a white sage incense, in case anybody's curious, so it does have the cleansing effect we're looking for here. So, in this present moment, no anger. In this present moment, no worry. In this present moment, gratitude. In this present moment, karma dissolves. In this present moment, compassion. Compassion for self and compassion for others. In this present moment, limitlessness. In this present moment, love. So again, this part will be silent, but continue to feel the love force. Feel the Om Trishul, which is that yin and yang that is within all of us. And I do believe when the mental chatter is high, that is high yang, and that the yin just has to come in and, soothe it. Soothe the fires that we've all been feeling cosmically and just in general. ready to do what it needs to do right now with no judgment as we release. These heavier energies. So start noticing your breath. Wiggling a finger or a toe. Just check in out of pure curiosity. Do you feel even slightly different? Do the thoughts feel even just a little more distant, quiet? And ultimately, Reiki is about peace. Even feeling a small sensation like that in your body is a shift. And so, yes, we've been moving through a lot of fire, Aries energy, or the fire horse. Activation, newness, excitement. I've heard it said that oftentimes anxiety and excitement, can be on that same kind of level. It's just the judgment and how we are processing. And so now that we are moving more into Taurus, which is slower and grounded in earth, how do we take that fire and root it actually in our bodies, and not just let it live up here and fry us out and frazzle us? And knowing you don't have to stay that activated. Doesn't have to be your normal. I think for some of us, we don't know a different normal than the racing to work and to the kids and to this and to that. It's a way become, especially in our fast-paced world, to move. And I and Reiki and the Attuned tribe invite you to soften. That you do get to land and be still. And that doesn't mean you're behind or that anything's wrong. That you get to come back. One of my favorite sayings is home to yourself. So I hope this session gave you a little piece of that. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for continuing to do your work. Those seeking out ways to reground and regulate. It's no accident you're here. You're part of this tribe. So keep staying attuned. Trust what's real in your body. And we'll see you on the next video.